Hello my crafty friends, welcome to another mixed media background video. Today I'm going to use some cracked pistachio distress oxide, put some on my mat, add some water to turn it into a paint, and I'll pick it up with a paintbrush and brush it on this 4x6-ish inch piece of smooth white card. Please excuse the aeroplane flying overhead. So I've gone horizontally, now I'm going to go vertically. I'm deliberately keeping my brush fairly dry so that I get some white areas. I want to create visual texture and a sense of depth with what I do to this background. So that doesn't really need any time to dry because there's hardly any liquid on there. I've put Lucky Clover Distress Oxide on my mat, which is a darker green, and I'm going to pick it up with my smusher and smush it over the top again to create another layer, to create that visual texture. I will dry that. Now for a bit of stenciling. We've done brushing, smushing, now stenciling. And I've got this variable size dot stencil, and I will stencil through some cracked pistachio. And I'm going to stamp on some Lucky Clover over the top with this, I think it's a William Morris design, not sure, it's definitely from Indigo Blue. And I'm just going to press little bits down and hope for the best, just to get a little bit of something on there. Yep, liking that. Now there's loads of ink left on there, I'm not going to waste it. Got another piece of smooth white card and I'll just press that down. Quite often you can get 2 extra prints like this. They just get fainter every time. So a lovely watercolour pattern. And another watercolour pattern. Now I'm going to spatter on some gold and let that dry before I use it to make a card or two. Right, the first thing I'm going to do with this is determine which way up I want it. I think that way. And I'm going to cut a banner shape out of it. But I'm not going to use this on a card. I'll explain more in a minute. So we'll set that aside for now. And to get the most out of this bit, I'm going to die cut out a stitched rectangle and a stitched square frame. So put some glue on the back of the stitched frame piece. And I've also cut the larger size from linen textured white card. Fortunately, it didn't cut all the way through, so the frame is still attached to the square, which is what I wanted. If I want these dies to cut all the way through, then I add a shim of cardstock, and that helps with the pressure. And despite this being really tiny, I'm going to put it on a 6x6 card blank. Please excuse the racket going on outside. It's a really hot day, so I've got both conservatory doors open. There's quite a loud breeze rustling through the trees and the starlings are out in force again. So I've added this large piece into the middle of this card blank, more or less, and this is going to go in the middle of that. I'm also going to add this one, the rectangle one, onto a stitched rectangle of linen textured card to give it a border. And that can go in the middle of the card. So for this one, I've got a larger piece of foliage and it's got some nice apertures so you can still see the background through it. And I've got this Happy Birthday, which is one of my print and cut sentiments. Got a little bit of extra space up this end. I think that works like that. So I'm going to put my sentiment on. Got a couple of pieces of card layering them one on top of the other, and then I'm going to put that there so that that sentiment stays level. Just make sure it's on straight. It looks straight, but you never know. And then I'm going to add high-tack white glue to the back of this using my glue dotter. If you want to know how to make a glue dotter, I do have a video linked below. And now that can go on there like that. And I'll press it down with some non-stick sticker release paper. Yep, I'm happy with that. I really don't think it needs anything else. It's just nice and simple and lets that work that I put into the background shine, I think. If you wanted to jazz it up a bit, you could use a gold foiled branchy thing there. You could even back the leaves with vellum to give them that little bit of solidity. But as I say, clean and simple. So with this one, I'm thinking of putting the sentiment down here because I don't want to cover up much of this background. Just dip this into some high-tack white glue and put that over to the left. But I think it needs something to kind of tie it all together. So I've got some white Nouveau drops here, and I'm going to put 3 in a row in various places. You don't want to overdo it, but it's something that unifies all those different layers. Maybe here as well. Right, I'm happy with that. I'll set it aside to dry. So now onto this banner. I want to mount it on some linen textured card, so I'll glue it down. And I'm going to give it a border of, I was thinking 1/4 of an inch, but now I'm thinking 1/8. I think 1/4 might be too big. This blade's a bit dull, it's not cutting all the way through. That's okay because I can trim it with my trimmer. To neaten up those edges a bit, I'm going to bevel them with my embossing tool. And I'm going to punch a heart in the middle between those 2 bits there. You can tell what it's going to be. So if you haven't guessed already, it's going to be a bookmark. And I'm going to stamp on the back of it with a bookmark or a reading related stamp. So the recipient can write down the books they've enjoyed while using the bookmark. I've die cut out a gold foiled branch for this one, so I'm going to use gold instead of white. I think it'll jazz it up a bit. And that can go over here. It's about the right size to sort of stretch from almost top to bottom. I'll keep most of the foliage inside the edges so it doesn't catch. I've got a little hello sentiment which I'm going to add up here. Just a little cheeky hello when someone picks up their bookmark. And as a finishing touch, I've got a tassel here. I can put that through the heart-shaped hole that I punched. And now we have a finished bookmark with space on the back for some notes. So that's 2 cards and a bookmark made from that 4x6 piece of mixed media. Do let me know if you want me to keep doing these little extras, other things you can make with your card making supplies. And I'll see you back here very soon for another video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.